Jay here from Flipping Cars for Fun. On this episode, we have a 2013 Ford Escape. I'm gonna take you through the full process of how we got this car ready for sale and how we made over $3,000 in profit off this one car. Now, this was supposed to just be an easy flip, but we ran into a little surprise. You don't wanna miss this episode. Let's get into it. So guys, we just took delivery of this 2013 Ford Escape S. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cautious about this car. Now, you guys know, if you watch my videos, I had problems with Hyundais in the past. They're just pretty much known to be junk cars. But during the course of me doing research on these Ford Escapes before I purchased it, I found out that these have problems with transmissions, problems with engines. So I'm not exactly sure why I would purchase this thing, but I got such a sweet deal and this car is super clean. Wait till you guys find out the deal I got for this car. I mean, it was a no-brainer. For you guys out there, drop a comment below and let me know what your experience is and what do you know about these Ford Escapes and Ford Focuses. Do you guys know about the problems that they have with transmissions and engines? Drop a comment below and let me know if I made a huge mistake. Anyway, forget all that because I always stay positive. Let's go over this car. So as you can see, the interior of this car is super clean besides my Smoothie King cup. I mean, super mint. Everything about this car is super clean. Check out the back. Same thing, looks really good, no stains, nothing. Let's go over the outside of this car. You can see there's nothing wrong with it. Tires all look great, super tread on them. The body is immaculate. And see, we have a little scuff on the bumper right here, nothing that can be wiped down, but just the body itself looks really good. This car has no accidents. It only has 2 owners. Now, there's only 139,000 miles on the car, and I was told that there are no codes. Let's scan this thing and see for ourselves. Let's see what we got. So let's read the codes, stored codes, no codes in this module. Pending codes, there are no pending codes in this module. Let's check our IM readiness. Since this drive, you can see we have nothing in there. Everything's okay. Now, the only thing I noticed is that the car needs an oil change at 138,000 miles. We are now at 139,000 miles. On the test drive, this thing drove extremely smooth. All right, bringing the car up to speed, filling out that transmission, filling out that engine, feels really good. No shaking of the steering wheel at all. Can't complain. No shaking of the wheels, tires are good. Let's take a look at the engine. Now, this engine looks really dirty. You can see that it has a problem with getting stuff falling inside, like leaves. This looks like a ticket or something like that. We got a lot of mouse poop right here. So we had mice in this engine bay. So you can see that's one of those problems that this car has. It just gets the dirt going inside the engine bay. But other than that, it looks clean. It just has to be obviously vacuumed and wiped down and stuff like that. And of course, since we're in there, we'll just go ahead and do the plugs. This way we won't have any future problems. So today is a special day. We just got our lift. Now, for everybody who's been following the channel and know I've been waiting for my lift, because all of those times of me fixing the cars, laying on the floor, those days are over. And guess what? We're gonna work on our first car. Let's back this thing up. Now, this scissor style lift is great for my garage. Now, my ceilings are pretty high. I could have got a full size, but as for right now, the scissor, it's a great option and it's exactly what I needed. As you can see, we have more than enough room to work on this car. We can do our brakes, struts, shocks, easily do oil changes on this thing is what we're gonna do today. And one of the cool parts is we can get under this car. That's the awesome part. Now, when we do get under this car, it's gonna be more of a sitting down on something like this. It's not gonna be like a full lift, but the awesome part is we don't have to lay on the floor anymore. We can get this thing done without our back hurting. Now, the cool part is we can see under the car now, mufflers, any kind of O2 sensors, can easily get axles, oil filters, especially because I do a lot of brakes and rotors. So this is gonna make it way easier to take the tire off, break those bolts with the breaker bar. We got enough leverage and just get everything done a lot easier. Okay, so we're about to go ahead and do this oil change. Now, I did pick up one of these things from Harbor Freight, which is like an oil catcher. When the oil falls down, obviously it falls into the tank. Now, I did get a comment from one of my subscribers asking what should he do when the market is too saturated. Got our bolt. I'm here in New York and the market is really saturated. What's gonna separate you and other people is the cars. You wanna make sure that you're selling quality. Not every car flipper sells good cars. So really the answer to that is to have a good product. Make sure that you're choosing your cars correctly. Try to make sure that you have a better product than everybody else. Pick your cars wisely and make sure that you fix them. The real answer is just don't sell junk cars. And that's how you're gonna be able to beat the market and beat everybody else. Let's put our plug back in. Let's go ahead and put our new oil filter in there as well. I'm gonna put some oil on the rim. Now, from what I read online, these cars pretty much have bad transmissions, like I was saying. I'm asking myself, did I buy a ticking time bomb? I know a lot of you guys are gonna comment below, like, why did you buy that? Especially dealers. I don't know, everything was just so perfect about the car. So it's just one of those chances that you end up taking as a dealer. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to sell it for a premium because if something happens to this car, as a dealer, you know I'm gonna be responsible for it. So I can't take that chance if an engine goes bad on this car and I have to change it. I'm gonna have to sell it for a premium. I can't take a chance. I need to make enough profit so that it's covered. And that's basically my plan. We should be covered in case something goes wrong. Oil service is done. Let's go ahead and reset the oil on this car. You turn the key and then you hold the gas and the brake at the same time, like this. Oil service reset in progress. So we got the service oil reset is complete. We're gonna let off our foot off the gas and the brake, and we're all set. So I took this time here to go ahead and vacuum all the debris from under the hood. The next day here, we did our vacuum under the hood. Started to get a little bit dark, so I wanted to wait to do the rest of the car. Now I am gonna go ahead and do the spark plugs. As you can see, I already vacuumed it, but brung the car outside and you can see the leaves fell off the tree and already it's going into this part of the car. This thing has a problem with leaves and junk falling inside of the hood, as you can see. So because I like maintenancing my cars before I give them to my new customers, I'm gonna go ahead and change the spark plugs. So let's get started on it. You can see our 4 spark plugs are here. They're under this, but it looks like we got enough room to get it done. We'll start by removing the plugs from our coil packs. Okay, let's remove our first coil pack. Whoa. Now you can see we have oil on here, guys. This is not a good sign. Okay, so this would be the point when a dealer would say, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the spark plugs. I'm gonna leave the coil packs. The car's running fine. Just did an oil change. So what? The car's running good. I'm gonna put it back together and I'm gonna sell it like that. But this is what's gonna separate you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you would do right now. Would you be a shady dealer and just sell it like that, or would you go ahead and fix the car? Now, if you guys know my channel, you know I'm gonna go ahead and change that valve cover gasket. I was so excited because this was a turnkey. We didn't have to worry about anything, but now that we have oil on the coil packs, that means that we have oil going into where the spark plugs are. Our valve cover gasket is leaking oil and we gotta get it changed. So what would you guys do out there? Drop a comment below. Me, I'm gonna take care of the problem, take off the whole valve cover, which is going to be a bigger job than I anticipated. You guys see that I was stoked because this was such a turnkey car. I was ready to go, ready to sell it. But now we gotta go through so much more. This coil pack is dry. This coil pack is dry. And our 4th coil pack has a slight bit of oil on it, but it's dry in the inside. It looks like this is gonna be a lot harder than I thought because you gotta remove this whole thing over here. That means these have to come out. And then from there, we have to take out this whole top part right here to change that gasket, but we're gonna get it done. So what turned out to be just an oil change, really, I had to be me and go ahead and change the spark plugs. Turned out to be a bigger job than we thought. It's not that serious. Let's get it done. So at this point of the build, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little frustrated because, you know, I didn't even want to do all of this. I just thought I had to change the spark plugs, the oil, and everything was gonna be okay. But you see, when flipping cars, this is just how it ends up going down. You never know what rock you're gonna unturn and you're gonna find something new. So be patient and understand that things like this happen. Now we got more than enough space to work back here. You can see all of this is out. And if you look at the top of our cover over here, you can see there's more mice poop here. You can see that there's oil right here. So when I pulled that out, there was a bunch of oil. There's more mice poop over here. So this thing basically was a rat's nest. They were just hanging out in there, chilling. As you can see, the seal is stuck onto came right off the top of the valve cover. You can see that this one is stuck on here. So what we're gonna do is clean this whole area before we put our new valve cover. Our timing chain looks pretty good. So I'm gonna leave this like this. I'm gonna run to my local auto parts store and go get the new valve cover. We are back, just got our new valve cover gasket. As you can see, I'm just following the way it is. So just putting that in there. And there you have it. Our whole valve cover is sealed with the new gasket. For the top of this, we're gonna go ahead and clean with a blade right here. Just get off all of the gunk before we apply our new valve cover gasket. We're starting to get rain. You're gonna go ahead and put the Permatex gasket sealant. This area right here by the timing chain, and then you're also gonna do the same thing on this side. I don't know, guys, it's starting to come down. I gotta hurry up, I might have to do this in the rain. Check it out. Starting to hit all over the place. I should have checked the weather and did it inside my garage. We're gonna go ahead and put this in as fast and as smoothly as we can. That rain is hitting right now. I gotta do this fast. Can't make this up, guys. I guess the crazy part is you can see the water starting to leak off of here because we don't have that part to cover it. So while I was at the auto parts store, I went ahead and also picked up some new coil packs, and I figured this would be cool to throw the coil packs to the side, and I ended up throwing them inside my pond. So we threw new coil packs in the car so that it can have a better ride. And there you have it, guys. We beat the rain. We beat the odds. We got everything back together. Even though I got her when she was running good, she's gonna run way better for a longer time. Now, what another beautiful journey, guys. This was a fun one. A bit of a surprise towards the end, but it was all good. Now let's go over the numbers for this 2013 Ford Escape S. Now shipped to me to my lot, this came out to $2,415. Now I did throw gas in there to get around, which came out to 15 bucks. We put oil in here with the filter, came out to $37. We got our inspection for 50 bucks. We went ahead and bought spark plugs for $19. We got our coil packs and our valve cover for a total of $43. That's bringing us to a grand total of $2,579. Now I do plan to list this car for about $6,000. I will not take anything less than $5,800. That's bringing us to a grand total of $3,221 on this one easy flip, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you like and comment. Let me know what you think below about these cars and about what I showed you here on this video. I will talk to you guys soon. Jay here from Flipping Cars for Fun.